We built our home under the protection of the Traveler. When our enemies attacked, we built a wall that stood for centuries. But now walls mean nothing. This enemy has taken our home, taken our light, and now they threaten our very existence. We're going all in on this almighty. How long before the fleet's combat ready?
Zavala, wait.
If we wait, we die. But if we attack together, we can take back our home, our light, our hope. Or we die trying. Now, I need my fire team. I need Ikora and Cade.
The fact that we can no longer watch that cutscene in-game or play the mission that the cutscene is from is just insane to me. I mean, imagine for a second going back and playing one of the old Bungie Halo games, going to one of your favourite missions and realising it's not there. You can't play it, it's gone. How insane is that? Just imagine that for a second. That would never fly or go over well in any circumstance. Alright, let's play some Halo.
Permission granted.
This is actually really insane, man.
I know what you're thinking, and it's crazy.
So, stay here.
Unfortunately for us both, I like crazy.
Alright, this is it.
Just one question. What if you miss?
I won't.
Oh, what the? What just happened? They've just deleted the campaign. What? Well, what the fuck? You see how utterly crazy the concept of content vaulting is now? Yeah, we don't want it, Bungie. Thank you very much. This is just the start of the video, guys. If you do end up enjoying this video afterwards, I would like you guys to go over to Twitter, if you have Twitter. If you don't, just maybe put a comment. Just want you guys to tweet out #BringTheRedWar_back, and we'll see how many of you guys we can get tweeting it. Who knows, in some bizarre twist of events we could get it trending. That would be absolutely insane. But anyway, if you guys do watch the video and enjoy, make sure to go do that on Twitter if you have a Twitter account.
But to deliver these big content beats each and every year and keep building on top of our seasonal experiences while making technological leaps forward, we also need to make some big changes to the way we treat some of our older legacy content.
The stuff that maybe is getting a little long in the tooth, that you're not really looking at and playing anymore. You're not.
Destiny 2 is a huge game. We have 9 destinations, 40 story missions, 54 adventures, 42 lost sectors, 17 strikes, 31 PvP maps, 7 raids, and hundreds of game systems that layer on top of that. I could go on, and I probably screwed up one of those numbers. The fact is, the game is too large to efficiently update and maintain. We're on track to be like 115 gigabytes on PlayStation alone, and our updates to the game are huge, and we're starting to reach the limits of our ability to patch.
We don't want to start over from scratch. So instead, here's our plan. Each year, just as a new expansion comes out, we're going to cycle older, less actively played activity and destination content out of the live game and into what we're calling the Destiny Content Vault, the DCV.
Game preservation is so damn important to me. It's one of my favourite things about gaming and the gaming industry is that the games are there forever for you to go back, replay, relive whenever you want. Go relive that nostalgia. Go replay that favourite mission. With Bungie's new legacy, we can't do that because every DLC is guaranteed to be taken away from us. And I mean, it's quite a cynical view, but it is what it is. Their philosophy of doing things now is, let's remove this piece of content so we can bring some new content in. And don't get me wrong, I'm all for new content. I enjoyed Witch Queen, it was great, but I just can't get behind the removal of old content. It's not the right way to go. I mean, it really just isn't. If any other game out there tried this, they'd get absolutely thrown into the ground and laughed at and ridiculed to the end of the earth. But Bungie seems to get a free pass. Don't get me wrong, I love Bungie. I think they're such an amazing company. Everything they do and stand for is brilliant. I just really think we should get some form of clarification, just some update on why we can't have the Red War back, why we can't stop removing stuff. Even if that was to mean, you know, they can only start supporting PCs and next gen. If that's what we've got to do it to keep the content, you know?
You've merely forgotten the fear of death. Allow me to reacquaint you. Your kind never deserved the power you were given. I am Gaul, and your light is mine.
Hello boys and girls, and welcome back to a brand new YouTube video. Today we are going to be discussing the DCV once again. This video is kind of acting as a sequel of sorts to the video I did a while ago that actually got quite a lot of unexpected attention. A lot of you guys got on that video, and turns out a lot of you really do agree with the points I was making. A lot of you really do miss the Red War and think it adds, you know, so much value to the game. As you've seen when coming into this video, like, you know, all of your guys' comments, you know, it just shows there is a clear demand that, you know, people did still play the Red War, and it shouldn't have been removed ever. Same with all the DLCs that came with the Red War. You've got the Curse of Osiris, you've got the Warmind expansion, both removed. Fast forward to current times, we've now had Forsaken removed also. One of the DLCs that literally brought Destiny 2 back into the limelight, completely gone out of the window. It's just, quite frankly, unacceptable, and we need to see some change, because we can't keep going on with content just getting removed. Kind of removes the value of, like, buying a DLC because you know it's going away. Because, for example, I mean, the next big DLC that releases, we're going to end up losing Shadowkeep. Granted, not the biggest DLC, but still, I don't want to lose it, to be honest. We're eventually going to end up losing bloody Beyond Light. There's going to be very, very little content left for the game. And let's not forget, the most important part, well, one of the most important things, you know, about Red War and everything that followed it, was that it was an amazing introduction for new players. So, you're a relatively new player to Destiny 2. What do you think of the opening?
I believe it's awful. Does not entice me back to the game, and I can't get off Spawn Island.
So, what you may not know, there was another opening called the Red War that was removed. This basically gave you a full campaign and introduced you to the game with loads of content. Do you think this would have been much better for you?
Yeah, I agree. Sounds like a much better alternative to the Destiny intro.
Now, when a new player comes into Destiny 2, they have got, about 30 minutes of story content. That's like, it's really just a tutorial with a bit of story layered into it. they've got about 30 minutes of that, and then they're just kind of throwing it into the game. They can either choose to buy the DLC campaigns that are going to end up getting removed one day, or they can go jump into a raid, even though they've like literally just got into the game and they don't know any of the story. They will not absolutely not be prepared for any form of raid. They can go get thrown into Crucible, which by the way has very, very limited maps right now. We absolutely need more maps for Crucible. It's ridiculous that I think there's about 28 of them got removed in the original content vaulting. I'm going to put it up on the screen because I don't know the exact numbers. But yeah, about 28 maps got removed because they were on planets that were going away. Even though we did get some maps that stayed on the planets that are going away, like we've still got like maps on Titan. There's still one on, is it Mars or Mercury? I'm pretty sure. And the explanation for that is it's Osiris.
Have you ever had a dream that you do?
Can't speak. It's in Osiris's simulation that we can visit those maps. That's the only reason we can go to them. Well, biologically, can we not just have all the maps? I mean, there's not very limited variety. I mean, if you play Destiny all the time, like I used to, I haven't played as much recently, but if you play it all the time, like a lot of Destiny players do, it's going to be pretty repetitive with the limited amount of maps. I think there's something like 12, 13 maps at the moment, maybe something like that, compared to the tons that there used to be. Don't even get me started on the fact that we haven't had new Crucible models in a bit. That's a whole separate video. We won't get into that. But yeah, the importance of Red War for new players is just absolutely insane. Like, it's literally what got me into the game at first. Same for a lot of you guys in that video I made previously. If any of you are coming from that video into this like sequel type video, let me know in the comments. I'd be interested to see if you guys came along to watch the next one. And I want to see if your opinions have changed or are the same. And do you think Bungie should stop content vaulting? Because I absolutely think it's imperative that they do. They're not going to, but I think they should. And then to sort of segue into a different part, let's just talk about all the planets we lost. I mean, can we talk about how amazing and beautiful some of these planets were? I mean, I'll talk about my favourite, just as an example for all of them. Titan, one of my favourite planets. The atmosphere of that planet, the first mission when you arrive there in the Red War, you're exploring this strange planet with this ocean below you that feels like it could just come up and take you off the side of the railings anytime. That you actually, when you first get there, you do not feel safe. You feel like those waves are gonna get you. It's an insane atmosphere. It kind of reminds me of, if any of you guys have watched Interstellar, that clip where they kind of land on that ocean planet, and then this massive tsunami comes up. That's exactly what Titan reminds me of, and that's like the vibe I get off Titan. That's why I absolutely love that planet. And the story behind everything is, it's where Zavala is kind of like trying to find this hope to reignite the Guardians' passion, the Guardians' hope for taking the last city back. It's where we meet him. It's where we get the infamous scene of him smashing that desk. Oh, I absolutely love that cutscene. And it's just the planets in general, getting to explore them. Patrol's obviously not the most exciting thing ever, but just generally walking around the planets, getting to explore them, drive around them in Sparrows, go into all the lost sectors. It was honestly my favourite thing to do in the game. Just exploring the planets and having all those planets there really added to the feeling of the game. It just created the whole atmosphere. Now that those planets are gone, I found myself nowhere near as excited for the game. I'm kind of in the break with it right now. I still love the game. I'd really like to see, my old content come back, because I'd really like to replay it. Anyway guys, in conclusion, content vaulting just is not the way to go. is one of the most controversial things in gaming, in my opinion. And there's a clear split within the community of people that support it, people that don't care that the old campaigns are gone, people that really do care, and they don't appreciate the fact that they can't play this content that they paid for. I obviously sit on the side of the fence. Content vaulting is very, very bad. It's very much against game preservation, something I am very much for. I love game preservation. I love going back and playing old games, replaying stuff all the time. When Red War was in, I literally used to create a new character like pretty much every month or so, just to go replay like Red War and everything. The fact that I can't do that anymore is extremely annoying. The fact that new players are leaving the game at an alarming rate because they don't have enough content to satiate them. I don't know if I said that right. Because they have like no story coming in now. They have a very limited story, and then it's go buy this DLC. Whereas it used to be hop into the game. Red War's free at the moment. Why don't you play it? And that got a lot of players in, including me. But anyway, guys, if you did enjoy, make sure to drop a like and subscribe. I'll see you all in the next one, and goodbye.